Pokemon has captured the imagination of children around the world.
Hi everybody. I'd like to discuss the elephant in the room. That's not me, KJ. Okay, you alright?
Yeah, I'm good, how are you?
Yeah, good mate.
I think you would have basically just scared about 89% of the viewership on this video that's about to go out to the public.
I think that's a good thing, KJ.
Get their hearts racing early, Pokemon.
Yeah, because I feel like, as the owner of this Charizard, I'm being robbed.
It looks like you're the one robbing.
It's symbolic, KJ. Don't you understand?
No, really not.
Guys, I just thought I'd take this opportunity to chat with you about this awesome Pokemon card that I have right here. It's a first edition PSA 10 base set Charizard, and it is a stunning card. I've had quite a tumultuous history with this particular card. I first discovered this card in about 2011, 2012. I found it on eBay, and at the time you could buy this card along with the Blastoise and the Venusaur for $1,200 US dollars and Australian dollars were level at that time.
Oh my god.
So there wasn't even an extra for the conversion rate. That's how long I've been studying this market. I purchased the card first, the first time I bought it for $5,000. When the card arrived, I held it up like this, KJ. And I proclaimed to my mother, Mum, all I have to do is hold on to this card and I will be a millionaire. To which she laughed. Although she did, obviously, she had a lot of faith and belief in me, but it was just a little bit too much of a stretch for her to think that the card I just paid a couple of $1,000s for could ever hit those heights. And yet, here we are. That wasn't the end of my story with the card. I had plenty of ups and downs. I think anyone who owns one of these cards, and we can just list off the top of our head some of the people that own this exact card. Gary Vee, the international motivational speaker and marketing genius. Logan Paul, Logic, the rapper, the Pokeron. The list goes on and on, guys. It's quite an exclusive club. There's only 125 of these cards in the world. And my interpretation of how it went down was they were worth $1,000, then they were worth $2,500 within a year. Then within 2 years after that, they were sort of $5,000. And then they went from $5,000, they pretty much shot to $50,000. They sat at around 20 for I think it was a week or something, but they shot up to 50,000. And then from 50,000, it basically shot up to where it is now, around 500,000 Australian dollars. That's how it went down. And basically, I think it is still the most underpriced Pokemon card in the world. I think it's one of the best investments in the world. I wish I had more of them. Unfortunately, I've only got one, so I can never sell it. But I think this is crazily undervalued. I really do.
No.
I think it's the most sought after and recognizable trading card in history. I think as time goes on, the fact that Pokemon is a global IP is going to really do huge benefits for it, because you take baseball, for example, some famous baseball cards that are worth tens of millions of dollars. Baseball's only played in, America. They call it the World Series, but it's only really played in America, isn't it, for the most part? Whereas something like Pokemon Pokemon cards were printed, English Pokemon cards were printed in at least 3 different countries, Australia, England, and America. Then there was numerous other languages. This is a global phenomenon. Pokemon just became the most valuable IP in the world a couple of years ago. And yeah, I think the fact that so many people know about it, that's why it just sort of keeps going on the up and up. It's so huge. And I also think the people that grew up with these cards, KJ, around my age, they were around 10 when this came out. Give them a close look at it, KJ. They were around 10 when this came out, and I'm currently 35. And I think by the time we hit 40, I think a lot of people are going to see not only the investment potential, but obviously the nostalgic potential as well. And the price is going to soar. I've actually got a prediction, KJ. I think this is going to be a $1 million card by the end of the year. It's $1
million.
Yeah. Yeah. At the moment, it's sort of achieving, between 400 and 500,000 Australian dollars, and I think it's going to go up to $1 million. Look, I think it's going to happen this year. I think it's overdue. Think about it this way, guys. Would you rather this card here or 100 Moonbryons? If you ask me, the fact that the price of 100 Moonbryons and this card are the same or close to it is criminal. It is criminal.
It really is.
And I actually done some quick math. The Moonbryon is pop 15,000, say. This is pop 125. If you bought 100 Moonbryons, it would cost you about 350k, something like that, 354, something like that.
Yeah.
Roughly the same price as this card. If you did that and you went and bought 100 Moonbryons, you would own 0.6% of the entire Moonbryon population, right? 0.6%. If you bought one first edition PSA 10 base set Charizard, you would own 0.8% of the first edition base set PSA 10 Charizards.
Well, hold on, Pokeron, let me think about this one for a second. So you're saying that if you own 100 Moonbryons,
you own less of the population than as if you own one of these. That's how rare these are.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fascinating, Pokeron.
It's crazy.
That's insane, Pokeron.
It's crazy. And only when you compare it to the 100 Moonbryons does it seem cheap. 400 grand's a lot of money.
Yeah.
But 100 Moonbryons doesn't seem like that much. I was actually just having a look at some price comparisons. I actually found a house in Sunshine, Victoria, looking for $1 million. I'll bring it up on screen now. So this house is $1 million. So you can buy 1/3 of this home, or you can buy this card. But if you buy the house, you've got to spend the next 30 years paying off the other 3/3. And by the time you're done paying the other 3/3 off, you would have paid double what you agreed to. Isn't that how it works pretty much? With interest and things like that?
Basically, now.
The only thing I'll say about this card as an investment, like a house, for example, you can rent that house out and get that income week to week. Owning this card doesn't provide me a weekly income. If I was able to charge people to touch it or charge people to look at it, then it would potentially, in fact, send through some... in fact, in the comment section, if you think we should get some first edition PSA 10 Charizards on display in museums or Comic-Cons or something like that, and you'd be interested in coming down to see them, let us know in the comment section if you'd like to one day see this card in the flesh. But there you have it, guys. I think this is one of the most undervalued investments globally. I have no idea why it's so cheap. I have no idea what people are waiting for. And I'm calling it, KJ. I'm calling it. By the end of the year, this is $1 million card.
$1 million.
And I think it's overdue. Anyone who follows the vintage Pokemon market knows that every day things are coming up. New record prices all the time. And anyone who's been around long enough knows that when Mama Bear wakes up, she sets everyone straight. And there's no question which card is the card. You've got the Illustrator Pikachus and all that sort of the one of one. You've got your trophy cards and all that. Always been more valuable than this. There is a few of them. But this is the card that everybody wants, guys. This is the card that everybody wants. This is the one that started it all. The rookie first edition Wizards of the Coast base set PSA 10 Charizard. And I'm feeling it, guys. I'm feeling it. I feel good about owning it. A lot of people are telling me I should sell it,
Do you think you will cash out?
Some days I think yes. Some days I think stuff it, let's just get out and be done with it now. Some days I think I'll donate it to charity. Some days I think I'm never going to sell it. Yeah. Some days I think, God, how silly am I going to look if it sat at that value for so long and I didn't sell it and then for some reason it dropped. All these things go through your head.
So why are you so conflicted, do you think?
It's wrapped up with promises that I made my parents, wrapped up with my own identity, wrapped up with my business, wrapped up with all sorts of things. Yeah. So it's a big question. And ultimately, if someone comes along and makes me a ridiculous offer and I'm at a point in my life where I sort of want to move on, then of course I'll consider it.
Wow. I love that he doesn't consider $10 million a ridiculous offer.
But I'm holding. I think it's undervalued. How can you sit there and tell me a case of Evolving Skies is nearly 15 grand? And a card like this is, would you rather 30 cases of Evolving Skies or that? I mean, how were they the same price?
It doesn't make no sense, Poke.
It doesn't.
And I tell you the thought that's luminescent around my mind.
What's that?
Why can't this card be worth $1 million?
Why isn't it worth $1 million already?
$1 million.
Why isn't it worth as much as that house in Sunshine? Why is it only worth 1/3?
What?
Or is everyone sitting there and saying, oh, no, hey, no. It's worth 1/3 that house in Sunshine, but not half.
A standard house in a standard suburb
Not 2/3.
is worth 3 times.
Not 4 times. No, it's not worth the whole. It's worth 1/3 of the house. It's like, guys.
How?
You need to understand one thing. People in our generation are about to start hitting the naughty 40s. It's an awkward topic, but a lot of inheritances are coming through. A lot of businesses are starting to kick off. People are starting to make it in life. And I think there's a lot of people out there that have got this card on their wish list. And if it comes time to buy it, they ain't going to be pinching pennies. They're going to be taking it down. Because once upon a time, guys, to buy this card, it was just common knowledge. You had to pay 10%, 20%, 30% more than last sold. If you wanted to get that dragon in your lair. It was just common knowledge. And that will be the case again. Because so many other cards are creeping up. And soon this Charizard's going to explode, guys. And when it happens, we're going to chuck a little party. If you agree, drop some flames in the comment section. Let us know if you agree, guys. If you think the Charizard's underpriced, you might think it's overpriced. I think it's overpriced in a sense that it's a lot of money. But if you just have a look what's going on in the modern Pokemon world, all of a sudden it looks like a bargain basement price to me. I'm super excited about it, guys. KJ, are you excited about it?
Extremely, Pokeron. Mainly for the fact that we'll be throwing a party as soon as it hits $1 million. Yeah. That's the thing I'm excited about, is the party afterwards.
The million party?
Yeah.
The million party.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's how we're going to do it, guys. We are going to chuck a party when it hits $1 million. It was something that I predicted many, many moons ago. I've had a very tumultuous relationship with this card. It will probably go down as one of the greatest predictions I've ever made. And I'm just so glad that I put my money where my mouth was. And I suggest all you guys out there that are sitting on the fence, do the same. Because this is going to be big, guys. This is our gold rush. This is our generation's gold rush. You know, our parents had access to cheap property, or their parents had access to cheap property. Our parents had access to cheap shares and all different cheap, different stuff. This is it for us. This is it. This is here to stay, guys. So get around it. Do your research. You don't have to go and spend $1 million. Go and spend a couple of grand. If you believe, go for it. But I believe this card's going to hit $1 million this year. I could be wrong, but if not this year, it's next year, isn't it? It's going to happen. It's underpriced, and it's an honor to actually own this card. And if you are thinking about buying it, although you'll be paying a lot more than me, I've never met anyone who bought one of these and regretted it, to be honest. And just about everyone I know who has sold one wishes they still had it. So there you have it, guys. First edition PSA 10 base set Charizard. Amazing card. Shout out to Pokemon. Shout out to Nintendo. Shout out to PSA. Shout out to everyone in keeping this hobby great. Shout out to everyone watching YouTube videos, dropping comments, liking Instagram posts, doing their research. Shout out to all modern collectors. Shout out to all vintage, all the old boys. Shout out to everybody,
Shout out to you, Pokeron.
Thanks, KJ. You too, mate. Because, although most of the people in this hobby are just new here, some of us have been here for a long time and we've seen it coming. So shout out to everybody who's seen it coming and got ready for it. Shout out to everyone who can still make it, can still pull it off. Amazing things can happen, guys, because I think this one's really going to the moon. This card here really does stand out as the best card from the WotC era. Maybe the best card in Pokemon set collecting period ever. What an amazing piece. What an amazing piece of pop culture and nostalgic history. And it's an absolute thrill. I don't get to see it too much because I do keep it in a secure vault. So I don't get to see this card too much. But I thought, you know what, KJ? Let's have a treat tonight. Let's pull her out. Let's have a look at the big dragon. Let's show the people. And let's make a cool YouTube video.
Let's treat ourselves to the presence of the greatest artwork in all of pop culture.
And guys, don't think you need a PSA 10. Go buy a PSA 1. Go buy a PSA 3. Get what you can. Do your best. Doesn't have to be a 10. Got to start somewhere. Love yous all. KJ, you've done an amazing job today, mate. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pokeron.
Always appreciate you, mate.
Always appreciate you, yeah.
We're going to get going. Shout out. Anyone you want to shout out, KJ?
Well, not only keeping the hobby alive, like you mentioned earlier, but keeping it real, the Poke Gangster.
The Poke Gangster, real, recognised real.
Yeah.
Anyone else? What about the Roid? Shout out to the Roid.
Oh, the Roid, Roid, yeah. Yeah, Roid, yeah. All Day Matty J.
Shout out to All Day Matty J.
Yeah. And
hey, we're actually giving away a vintage Charizard Prism. All you got to do is subscribe to our YouTube channel, guys. I'm giving this Charizard away. It's going to kill me to see it go, but I'm giving it away, guys. I actually love this artwork. So, thanks for watching, guys. Genuinely believe in this card and this hobby with all my heart. Put a lot of work in. I've been out here longer than 10 years now. Over at Welcome Stranger, we've been pumping things for years and years and years and educating people and getting slabs in people's hands and really pushing it along, and had an absolute ball doing it. And I think this card right here, guys, I think he's going to the moon. I think he's going to the moon.
I think you're right, Pokeron.
I hope so, KJ, mate. Because if I come to the moon, guess what?
I'm coming with you.
You know it, brother. All right, well, I love yous all, and we're going to get out of here, KJ. Thanks for filming, mate, and we'll talk to yous all soon.
Thank you. Talk to you.